Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to the real battle rap community. Holding it down, spreading their truth. You know, I got inspired to spread this message today by one of my followers, one of my fans, I should say. You know, they wanted me to talk about the URL crowd and the Cassidy battle. You know, they were strategically booing Cassidy in that second round. They tried it during the early part of the first round, but I guess they didn't want to reveal themselves too much, so they sort of backed off because of the bars Cassidy was coming with. They really couldn't boo, especially when Cassidy went into that Kanye scheme. You know, they tried to boo him right there, but they kept it low. Then they stopped because he backed that up with a hard punch. He backed it up with a real hard punch. But with that being said, Cassidys pre-game talk, pre-battle talk, got underneath the battle rap community skin, like the URL fans and a lot of battle rappers. They were envious of him from jump, and Cassidy knew what he was getting himself into. So they had to come up with a way to try to discredit the man. They had to come up with a way, because, you know, it's the highest paid battle rapper. He came back after like a 4-year layoff. Nobody's getting the numbers he's getting. You know, he made battle rap popular. And it's like, look, all these guys in battle rap have lost battles. In all his interviews, like when people were trying to counter against Cassidy's arguments, it's like, name one hot bar Goodz has said. He said all these battle rappers are defeated. They have the attitude of losers. So they want me taste defeat. He even said that after the battle. But the pre-battle talk got underneath all them battle rappers' skin, most of them. Because Cassidy was talking pure raw. It was pure entertainment. It was pure promotion, and they didn't like it. So coming into the battle, they came up with a plan. And Goodz went as far as purchasing booze. And in the second round, that's when the booing really started getting heavy. And let me show you something about booing. You have the right to boo, yes. But once you started booing Cassidy consistently throughout that whole second round, like after rewatching the battle and finding out that Goodz paid for booze and all that, it was evident that all the booing that was going on was to try to discredit Cassidy. And then the people that were paid to boo, they had to do their job and boo. Otherwise, you know, Goodz might have been after the battle saying, look, I paid these lot to boo, they didn't boo. You know, he probably had some arrangements in place or something like that. But at the end of the day, they tried to boo Cassidy out, right? And in the second round, it sort of worked because he didn't finish his run. So they came for playing to boo him and deter him, right? But in the second round, he should have never fell for the trap. That's all that was a trap. That's why they kept on booing him, to try disrupt him. But at the end of the day, the overall battle, the general population spoke, and most of us have Cassidy winning. So, but that's a whole another subject. I'm spoke about that already. We ain't even got to go back on that. But the URL crowd, and then there are people in Atlanta, like, it's like Goodz was saying some bars. He said some fire bars, but a lot of his other bars were either mediocre, weak, or sterling. And it's like, it weren't no hard-hitting bars. And they were like going crazy over it. But I understand he paid for the booze. So the people he paid, they had a job to do, and that was to boo Cassidy. You know, to try to create this analogy that he lost, to make it look like he lost. Which in the short term, in the short term, it worked. But once everybody started analyzing the battle, and once it dropped on YouTube, we started to see who really won for ourselves. Even though I watched the battle live, and the crowd was sort of like a distraction. So the booing was a distraction too. But at the end of the day, Cassidy still won. Now, Cassidy's next battle has got to be prepared, because they're going to come up with another tactic. The booing tactic didn't work. Okay, just look on YouTube. Look on the polls on YouTube. You see Cassidy won. So they're going to try to come up with another tactic. right? And it just goes to show like the great lengths Goodz would go to just to try to discredit Cassidy because of the man's caliber. Cassidy is way up here. Goodz feels inferior to Cassidy. Goodz and a lot of other battlers are jealous of Cassidy, right? I'm not 100% sure if Smack was in on it, but if he was, that just goes to show how powerful Cassidy is. But Smack needs Cassidy. Cassidy's gonna bring views. Cassidy's gonna bring revenue. Cassidy's gonna bring entertainment. Cassidy's gonna bring hype to battle rap like you've never seen before. But at the end of the day, he's still undefeated. This is Jamal Hassel Sports and Entertainment. Feel free to curse me out. I'm not gonna take it personal.